Move
Or do you
from
want to just
chocolate to
do?
Valentine's Day.
Yeah, let's do Valentine's Day and what a fucking con it is. And and I'm gonna say this, right? If you fucking are in a relationship and you do Valentine's Day, you're a cunt. That's and here's the reason why, right? And I don't mean the tradition of Valentine's Day back in the day. It was a nice gesture. Let's not be fucking too cynical about it, right? And this is a
Yes,
single bloke
David.
talking, right? So a single bloke talking who's always fucking despised Valentine's Day. I was walking around the supermarket tonight, um, and there's all this fucking trash Valentine's shit. Fucking cheap flowers, cheap cards, cheap chocolates. And you're going to tell me, and I've got 2 points on this rant. You're going to tell me that on February the 14th, when I turn up with the fucking 3 for £10 deal, you're going to be impressed with my expression of love. If that's what you're impressed with, fuck me, you've got no standards, right? The
Right,
second
but I
one
am
is
going to caveat that, David, and
no, no,
say
no,
for
no, no,
some
no,
people, they're lucky if they can afford that. So, just that caveat in there, carry on.
no, no, fuck them. If you genuinely, no, no, I'm being 100% serious, and I've had a drink, right? If if you genuinely, because
Careful,
because
folks. He's had a drink. He's off on one.
but this is why I hate it, right? Because it becomes an expression of what you can afford, and um it limits to the relationship to what your financial situation is. And some
Mm.
bloke is just going to randomly at the last minute rustle up 3 quid to go to a fucking garage and buy some fucking flowers from a petrol station, right? And his girlfriend's gonna be like, "Oh, look, he thought of Valentine." Whatever happened to just acknowledging your financial situation and being able to just sit down with somebody and say, "I love you," and actually accepting that the person meant it in either direction. I don't, and that's the other thing that pisses me off about it. Valentine's Day used to be two people bought each other a card and went out for dinner. It
Yes.
wasn't to, and now it's card, flowers, spa day, dinner. It's all marked up at 25%, and it's all on the bloke. Now, don't get me wrong, there'll be plenty of women that say, "Oh, well, I do this as well." Yeah, yeah. But the emphasis has moved, shift to the bloke. It used to be an emphasis on a relationship, and you'd have a nice meal together, a couple of cards, and maybe a box of chocolates or a bunch of flowers. And as soon as it kind of there was that commercial element, everything shot up in price. Expectation went through the stratosphere. And like you and I were talking earlier, how about just get off your phone, have a conversation, just sit together, listen to some music? Why do you know what I mean? It's supposed to be an expression of love. Well, now it's become a fucking credit card debt. It's become a financial headache. It's a migraine. And I despise every bit of it. And as you know, we were talking, which is why we said we would talk about Valentine's Day, because I was telling you about a
Yeah,
girlfriend I had
because
who
you
was
you were
living
so
in
keen
another
to do
country.
this. You were like, Valentine's Day is coming. I've got to do this. I'm like, okay, David, if,
Fucking
if this
hate,
is where you want to go.
I hate, I hate Valentine's Day. I hate everything it stands for. But
Well,
I
the
will
way I
caveat it with conversations you and I have had before. If you are in a good relationship with someone that loves and supports you, you're going to have the best life in for the best life you'll
Mm,
ever of anybody in the world. Nothing will
yeah,
ever top that. Nothing. And you don't need ripped off fucking gifts, bullshit from a supermarket, or even 10 grand bracelets from a jewelry shop. If you're with somebody that you love and they love you back, you don't need anything. You don't need anything else. And you shouldn't be waiting for Valentine's Day to celebrate it.
no, no, I agree, and I don't like the whole thing of restaurants on Valentine's Day, and I've worked plenty of restaurants on Valentine's Day and done the whole
Yeah,
Valentine's menu and meal and quite high end stuff. And it's like, yeah, it's annoying. But the way I used to do Valentine's Day, bringing up kids, is I would say at Christmas we do the kids. And on Valentine's Day we do us, so
yeah.
it would be basically a Christmas for us, which I think is quite a nice way of doing it because it means it spreads the cost of Christmas
But
in the
that's the
nicest
point, isn't it?
possible.
It
But
spreads it out.
it's a sensible way to go about
Mm.
it. Um, but ultimately, yeah, Valentine's Day has never bothered me because that it's commercial nonsense.
You might
So
have
I agree
realised that
with you.
ex-girlfriends in the past have realised it doesn't matter to me either. X might be the reason. Um, but
But
do you
ultimately,
remember?
like you say, if your relationship is good on all the other days, and the only thing that can gripe to you is, oh, by the way, on Valentine's Day, you never got me a card and took me out for dinner. Well, I'm sorry, love. He did it all the other times of the year that you weren't expecting it. Just because it's Valentine's Day doesn't make it obligatory. That makes it a social, commercial, free market capitalism thing to do,
I
and you don't have to join in that. I think it's fair in a relationship to talk about whether you want to be part of that or not. I'm happy to not be. I don't like
I
it.
I just don't. I don't like the fact that it almost gives everybody a pass. Well, we can do that on Valentine's Day. I was listening back to the video that went up today, and it was me having a rant about that couple in the car by the beach.
Most of our videos are you having a rant, to be fair.
That's why you asked to do a podcast with me. All right,
It is.
because it's like I'll just poke the bear and let him run. And but those, like I said in that original clip, they
Mm,
could have just like done something as simple as made some sandwiches, got out a blanket and sat on the beach. Instead, they sat in their
mm.
car looking at their phones. Now you can do that on any given day. You can just, like let's go down to the beach. Let's go down to the park. Let's just go for a walk. Let's just go for a drink. This idea that we're going to hold everything back until Valentine's Day.